Hello everyone, my name is Dustin with Everyday Movies and Shows. This is my brother Jacob.
What's going on, guys?
Today we're talking to you about episode 4, Claire's Awakening. What do you think?
I enjoyed
Overall opinion.
I thought it was good. When we left off, we left off with Claire hanging by the Yoma's fingers, which was a pretty crazy cliffhanger. So I was excited to see where it was going to pick back up, this episode. And she got her ass kicked.
She did. She got her ass kicked.
Definitely got her ass kicked. But I think that was just because of all the interference from everybody else.
Yeah, from Gulk and Sid.
Yeah, she's trying to not get them killed in the process of not dying herself.
Yeah.
So
we get a lot of information about her abilities, and I think in this episode she warms up a little bit to Rocky, which is you see a little bit of her human side, which I did enjoy.
I thought that was really interesting. I thought that was a key part of the entire show. Honestly, I think that was a very key moment because I think that
starts to turn a little bit.
Yeah, that scene I feel like can give away a lot if you really examine it a little bit. So, what
scene you referring to?
The one where she's turning.
Oh, at the very end? Yeah, where she turned him. Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. At the beginning, it starts right off from the last episode.
Yeah.
Gulk picks her up and is going to take her to the doctor or get her, bandaged up. And then Sid is all, you should just leave her there. She's a monster anyway, just let her die. I'm like, what a dick.
Yeah.
Gulk, what are you doing? Put her down. She's just a monster.
But Gulk is like, she saved my life.
Yes, that's the typical most response from everybody. Yeah. Every now and again, I feel like you get one with a little bit of sympathy, but on average, they treat them like animals.
Well, I think Gulk knew that they weren't able to defeat the Yoma without her.
Exactly.
So, and Sid was still too prideful to say he needed a half-breed's help.
Yep.
So
ego.
Yeah, egomaniac.
But once that they were in the hospital and
not really a hospital, there's their quarters.
Yeah, they're like the church or whatever it is. Yeah, whatever. But what is it? Rocky.
Get his name right. Rocky.
Rocky gets in a fight with Sid, right?
Yeah, Sid gets a fight with Sid.
Yeah.
Because he says, might as well let her die. Why not just let her die?
I don't see what all the fuss is about. A couple of monsters just tried to kill each other. It's not something to waste your tears over.
Yeah, because she's passed out in the bed right now. So, I thought that was interesting how, Rocky is sticking up for her again.
Yeah.
That was cool.
He gets his ass kicked by Sid.
Never know!
It was a good scene, but it was a little bit different in the manga. So Rocky's back at the hotel waiting for Claire, and he goes down and talks to the guy who runs the hotel, asking where his sister's at. And then he's like, well, she should be up in the room with you. Because, according to him, she never left.
Yeah.
And that's when Sid walks in. He's like, boy, come follow me. I'll take you to your sister. And they get a big altercation in front of the hotel guy, and then Sid punches him again.
Interesting.
And then brings him back to Claire.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah, that's the difference right there. One of the big differences. One thing which really pissed me off is Gulk and Sid still planned on killing Claire after she defeats the Yoma. Did you notice that?
No.
Yeah, because they even say in the anime. And in the book, in the manga. Is it manga or manga? I don't fucking know. But your son told me it's manga. Because I said to him, hey, have you read this manga? He said, no, it's manga. So,
I think it's...
I apologize. I don't really know.
I think it's pronounced like manga. That's the actual how you say it. But I think a lot of Americans say manga.
Yeah.
So I
tomato.
Yeah, I think the actual pronunciation is manga. I could be wrong though, but I'm not super into that stuff, but that's just what I think.
In the show, Gawk says after they spear the Yoma, they'll spear her with it.
We spear it and her at the same time.
Okay, yeah. I
Yeah.
vaguely remember that now.
Yeah.
I do.
I'm like, man, still
Yeah.
planning on killing her after she saved your life. She took one for the team. Now she's almost dead. You're still planning on killing her just after she slays the Yoma.
It's the resentment
Yeah.
is insane.
Yeah.
It's truly like, because it's like, I don't know. It's insane how they view it. It's almost worse than an animal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they treat him
Because
pretty
it's
bad.
because it's like the betrayal. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we'll use you for our benefit, and we're gonna, like, off you. So I thought that was it's insane. After she wakes up, and the priest comes and checks on her, right? Is it the priest, or was it the guy who owns the building?
Father Vincent,
Yeah.
the priest. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, one of the priests. That's whenever she wakes up, he comes in there and says that Rocky's been by your side the whole time.
Yeah, yeah.
But in the manga, it's different as well.
Really?
Yeah. So in the manga, yeah, Rocky's been there the whole time, but he's awake whenever she wakes up. In the show, he's asleep.
Okay.
So whenever she wakes up, he's just going apeshit. He's just crying, he's screaming,
Yeah.
oh my God, thank you, I love you so much. Just going crazy. And she just puts a hand on his head, and that's when she tells Father Vincent, I need a favor.
Yeah, and that's he asks, like, what, and she says that she doesn't reveal.
She doesn't reveal it, but the next scene,
yes,
they gather all the priests,
Yes.
and that's the favor. She needs to see all the priests in one room.
Which I thought was interesting. I was quite excited for this scene because I was like, ooh, this is awesome. I'm curious to see where the Yoma's hiding.
Yeah.
So when she goes, she starts checking everyone, and she gets down. I thought it was Father Vince. I was like, no.
Yeah, I know.
way.
You're like, oh shit, is it Father Vincent? He's the last one.
No way. Yeah. So that was really cool. And then it turns out it wasn't him.
Yeah.
And I was like that. To me, I watched it for the first time. I was pretty baffled. I was like, I didn't. I was like, well, then, where is the Yoma? And I didn't understand that the Yoma could be a dead body.
Yeah,
I was like,
me
that's.
either. Did you know in the episode 3, when they first walk into the cathedral, they show that dead body.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Yoma. They show it in the third, but no
one says.
Yeah, no one
so
knew.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. That's a little bit of foreshadowing there.
Wow.
Because they pin in. That's the only dead body they pin in on.
Yeah.
In a coffin, and that's him. That's the Yoma. Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
It was ironic. After she figures out none of the priests are, she's like, well, she's trying to think Claire, think. And she realizes, oh shit.
But it shows the scene of the dead body when she realizes that it.
Yeah.
But that's when I was like, where is that? Is that inside the temple? Like, is that in the basement?
Yeah,
area?
whenever they first walk in to get baptized.
Yeah.
That's where that is. That's
Okay.
where
So
Rocky is at.
Oh.
Yeah, Rocky's right there. That's where he's waiting for Claire because they wanted to put Rocky there. That way he's out of danger. But it's the opposite. He's in danger.
Yeah.
But you know what's fun? Also in the manga, this is different as well. So in the manga, in the anime, he's just there and the thing gets up. Right.
Uh-huh.
When the manga, whatever, he falls in to the casket onto the dead body.
Yeah.
Starts spazzing, jumps out, and then that's when the thing starts rising up, gets out of the it shows the transformation from the dead body to the Yoma creature, which is really cool.
Okay.
So yeah.
Basically it shows the Yoma coming up for Rocky, basically.
Well, yeah, coming up for Rocky,
And then
but
Claire.
it shows the transformation because he's just a dead body.
Yeah.
It shows him changing from the dead body to the Yoma that he is.
Uh-huh.
Which I thought was pretty badass. In the manga, this is what it shows. I'll have to put some pictures up.
Okay. So that brings us to the fight scene, if I'm not correct.
The fight scene, yeah.
Which was...
She gets there just in time to save Rocky,
Yeah.
of course.
Which was insane.
Then
loved
she
it.
actually fails to save Rocky, and he's about to get her.
Yeah.
And then Gawk gets there.
Stay back!
Gawk and said help.
I thought they were kind of I thought that was part of the plan. I thought it was like kind of like using him as kind of like a decoy so they could step in there. So
no.
that's what I thought.
That was not part of the plan. That was not at all. He was there clearly to stay out of danger.
Okay.
And it was the complete opposite. He was in danger.
Yeah, because I was like, what are they using him as kind of like a decoy? So
No, she would not do that.
interesting. Well, because, like, I didn't know. I know she's, like, you never know what she has up her sleeves. And she's a badass. So, I didn't, that's why I was like, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
You never know what she's up to.
She starts getting her ass kicked, because she's using too much energy. And then, Sid and Gawk realize, we're no match for this thing. Because once she gets stabbed again and thrown to the ground, that's when you first time you hear the Yoma speak.
Yeah.
Which I thought the voice was a little off, but it sounded okay for the Yoma.
It just sounds very like black metal-y kind of, you know what I mean? Like
the music's awesome.
Yeah.
Not just the music. What would you even classify that music?
I would metal.
Metal?
Definitely 100%. It's probably like a J metal or something like that, like Japanese metal. Like they probably
if that's Japanese metal, I am converting to Japanese metal.
They probably just took out the voice and just played the instrumental version of it. You'd have to look at who they should.
I had the whole soundtrack at one point.
Yeah, they should have the name of who it is on there, but I used to be into J-Rock.
Really? Well, after she gets injured, he's about to cut her down because he grabs Gawk's sword. Mm-hmm. The Yoma does, and that's when Rocky throws the statue, or gives the statue to Gawk, and Gawk throws the statue to Claire. Mm-hmm. And the Yoma's about to hit her, and then they all realize, oh, that's a Claymore in there. Remember I told you last episode that statue is actual Claymore.
Yeah.
That's when she becomes badass. She got that Claymore. She's able to whip his ass, cuts his arm off, but she uses too much strength, too much Yoma energy.
Yes.
To kill him.
See, that's what I thought. It was like the tentacles. What was that? Like.
It's just his fingers that he can extend his fingers.
See, I didn't know if it was coming from his body or if that was
from his fingers. Yeah, because Gawk cut a couple of his fingers off.
Yeah,
but he can regenerate. Not fast, but
right.
He can get his fingers back. But yeah, his fingers go out like little needles.
Yeah, okay.
That's how he gets Gawk, but Gawk grabs his fingers without him realizing it, and that's when Claire jumps over.
Yeah.
And cuts his other arm off. But she missed his head. She was aiming for his head, but he got his arm.
Yeah, and that's when he says, you have to hit something vital, basically.
Yeah,
like, that's
like there's nothing vital down there.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
You can swing your sword from any direction down there and you won't hit anything vital.
She's like, your head doesn't count as vital.
Yeah.
Cuts him in two, which is so fucking cool.
So you don't consider your head vital?
Yeah.
Blood splurting everywhere.
Yeah. That is really cool.
But that's when she uses too much of her Yoma energy.
Yep.
And she starts to awaken.
That's what...
You hear all the cracking and the stuff. It's so gross the way it sounds.
It's no use.
This was my favorite scene. Leading up, like, soon... The fight scene and this. Like, the end of the fight scene and this scene right here. And the reason why is because I thought it was... gives away a lot of information if you really examine it a little bit.
Yeah.
But... thought that was cool. She's Rocky. You could see she's struggling, and she's asking Gawk to kill her. Mm-hmm. Why she's still human, has a human mind, before she turns into an awakened being. And
you got it right.
I did. I'm learning.
Right.
And so. Rocky is freaking out just like he did, which I think is cool because he's freaking out, and just like he did in the second episode, I believe Is it the second episode where they he tries to stop Claire from killing her friend, or is that the first episode?
Yeah, second episode. Yeah.
So he starts acting the same way, like freaking out, being like, please don't. There's got to be another way, And that's what I thought was really interesting, because the more he freaked out, and the more she was just like, please, Rocky, just let this happen. Just let me be at peace, like let this happen. And he won't. I think, in my personal opinion, it's the power of like love, the power of the emotion.
He gave her something to live for.
Exactly, because that's one whole thing is like Claymores don't love anything. They have no feeling. They're taught to not have any kind of emotion, really.
Yeah, they got no reason to keep going.
Yeah, exactly.
Besides to help other people, but when they're not appreciated, they got no nothing.
So I think, and that brings back to, I think, the first or second episode, what I brought up about, is there a cure for, a Claymore? And I feel like there's not necessarily like a cure in terms of like an antidote, but I do think that there is ways to stop it like that right there. If a Claymore
of awakening, you mean?
Yeah. If a Claymore.
Well, and also it's not every Claymore has the ability to revert. It all depends on the willpower of the individual.
And I feel like that could come, in many different forms. Like for Claire, it's Rocky.
We'll see a bunch more of that. You are right. We'll see a bunch more of that in the later episodes. But you're right. I do believe that as well. I do believe that Rocky saved her life from his love that he has for her. But yeah, that's how he saved her life clearly, and Claire knew it, and so did Gawk and Sid. They all knew that he saved her life.
And that's what I mean is really cool. Like, I feel like she could almost like, that's very valuable information. That is very valuable information. I feel like she could, use that to help other Claymores later on.
It comes back to bite her later. It does.
Well, because the organization, I could see the organization.
No, it's not even that.
Yeah.
It gets so good. It gets so good.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see. I'm excited.
Man. But yeah, her and Rocky, man, Rocky saved her life there. So if he wasn't in her being her cook, then her story would have ended.
Yep.
Right then and there. But ain't no way Gawk and Sid could have killed her. She would have destroyed that whole city.
What do you mean?
Well, when she turned.
If they wouldn't have killed her before she turned.
She would have destroyed everything in that city.
Yeah.
But did you notice at the end, whenever Claire asked the priest at the third episode
to watch Rocky.
If something happens, we watch Rocky, and he chose to stay with her. But did you notice whenever Sid threw the sword for him, say, hey kid, get strong for Claire. He throws a sword, and he catches the sword on the damn blade.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm thinking that's either the most dullest sword I've ever seen. Maybe his hands are so strong.
I could see that, because even back then, if you're carrying any kind of sword, that thing is going to be
sharp as hell.
I could see the guards catching a sword like that and not cutting themselves.
No,
but because they're experienced with swords, they know how to handle it.
They would catch it by the heel.
Right. But I'm saying I could more or less see them being able to do like that without the definitely not Rocky.
Gloves on, yeah.
Definitely not Rocky though.
I thought that was funny. It's like a little.
That's like me trying to catch a sword like that and not cut myself. Like, I'm just going to cut my finger off.
It sucks, because from now on, here till the end, they're all cliffhangers almost. Man, it sucks. Yeah, because you just want to keep watching.
Well, it's just, and I feel like that's because, the shortness of the episodes, they have to.
King of the Hill doesn't end on a cliffhanger every
But it's
episode.
a different kind of show. It really, truly is.
It is. This is our episode of Let's Talk, Claymore episode 4. I loved it, like I always do, and
I thought it was really good. It was like I said, favorite part was the end. It gave away a lot of really key information, and if you kind of really pay attention and think about it, it can shed a lot of light in future episodes. So
get a little preview of the next episode, episode 5. We get a little preview into Claire's past, and how she became who she is, and why she's in the organization at all.
Yeah.
It's like a 4-part series of her past and who she met to become a Claymore and what happened. We'll get into that later, but it pisses me off. But yeah, we'll get into that later. Anyways, I really appreciate you watching. If you have any shows or movies you'd like us to talk about in the future, just leave a comment below and we will get to that as soon as we can. Anyways, thanks for watching Everyday Movies and Shows. Have a good day.
Have a good time.